Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Hejin Lee with a morning update for Bitcoin. Overnight price action did very little, and I do have some thoughts that I want to share with you. Last night I shared with you some alternate counts with regards to an ABC leading to a destination and a pattern to keep an eye out for leading to the same destination. And so today, with the further development of this overnight price action, just want to share with you some thoughts that are coming to my mind. Most immediate one is an ABCDE triangle. We need to move this to the right because time has elapsed. Like that. So it will look like this: 1, 2, 3, 4 at the end of the E, and then 5. The second thought I had was that 4 is here. Price will then impulse up. Like this. Those are the two primary pathways for the up direction that I have. And it really doesn't matter which one it takes. Destination is the same. And I'm putting this out in multiple count scenarios because there are a good number of different ways of counting elite waves for the same pathway, and still each would be correctly counted. Here's another one that I had in mind. Okay. So then price would go like this. One, two, three, four, 5. So before we reach 3, we only have to travel about $800, and that's nothing. And if this is going to be 3 and this is going to be 4 and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, after 5 or 5 or 3, this final wave, if you are a trader, you'll be taking some out and waiting for the end of this trade to ladder back in. Let's revisit Bitcoin Cash. I try to connect as many price bars as possible. If you only have 2 price bars connecting, then that's not good. You want a little more than that. Okay. I think this triangle is almost done. And it should impulse. So let's see. It hasn't changed at all from last night. Remember, this correction is the hurry up, and now this wait. Hurry up and wait phase. Now, I was asked by some in the comments as to how in God's name do I know where to place my waves? Am I doing it randomly? Is it a random event? No, it isn't. There is a method to this madness. And I'll just take a little time here to go over it so that I think the morning and update evening videos are the most viewed. So hopefully you will catch this tutorial. And it had already been laid out as my secret sauce. So what I do is I draw. A lot of people, a lot of analysts like to draw angled resistance and angled support lines. Nothing wrong with it. It's very helpful. But I think they forget quite often about one thing. And that's the horizontal. Support and resistance lines. And what I do is for my waves, I find the local resistance and support lines. So for wave 1, I saw a level of resistance right here. So from here, most likely it'll hit that resistance and then come back down, and here's a level of support. It'll sit on that support. Then it'll go to the next level of resistance, which usually to me is right, if this is a flame out, it's right before the flame out, the neck of the flame out is what I call it, which is a resistance zone. Okay. And on my 4, I was thinking about landing it here. Okay. Which is a good support zone. And it's close enough. But I landed a little above because the subwave of 3 will probably have it so that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that wave 4 is here, probably above. Now wave could be down here, and I can put it down here too. But most likely it'll be right above it, in my opinion, because the form and fit looks better on this. So I put this wave 4 equal to where the prior wave 4 of lesser degree is. Oh, shoot. Wrong one. So again, I draw the lateral resistances. The neck of this is usually a resistance to pop out of. Comes back and finally hits it. And usually this is what I call the cloud zone, the air pocket zone, where the flame out is, where there's no body, candle body. And usually once it reaches there, price doesn't know what to do. It's like it being in cloud 9. Oh my God, what do I do? Usually from here, in my opinion, it corrects. Also, this form and fit looks okay too. Now take a look at these lateral lines. Looks exactly like a ladder. Therefore, when I ladder my entry in using local resistance support, and looks pretty much like this, I'm laddering according to the ebbs and flows of price as it would for an Elliott wave. And this is the epiphany that I had years ago. Thinking, what if I just go with the flow? Exactly. Go with the ebb and flows of the price waves. Now remember, this 5 wave and 3 wave occurs at an hourly scale, minute scale, nanosecond scale, daily scale, monthly scale, at all degrees of trend at the same time, simultaneously. And to me, that's very much related to Einstein saying, time is an illusion. All events and possibilities happen all at the same time in an instant. We are seeing it as an illusion in a linear format. So this comes close to everything happening, all degrees of trend. Elliott waves, ebbs and flows happening, 5 and 3, 5 and 3, 5 waves up, 3 wave correction in the nanosecond, picosecond, hourly, minutes, daily, yearly, centennially. These waves for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are happening at all degrees of trends, all at the same instant, all at the same time. So here is a degree of trend that I have an hourly where the range of my wave encompasses, let's say, from 2300 to 1175. But when I ladder in, let's say I wanted to ladder in here, the encompassment I would probably take will be from here to here. And what I would then do is I would draw my local supports right here. Boom, a buy point I would make. I would make another buy point right here as well. That looks like a very nice resistance. There's a support zone between these. I would buy some here. Where the prior low is, I go just right below it. Buy some right there. Okay. I think this line right here is a good resistance so that if it hits it, I go right above it. Buy it. Okay. And I like to cut through price clouds, clusters like here. Cut it right through. Boom. Buy another one there. Okay. Let's get rid of the blue one so it doesn't get confusing. Okay. Now, let's just take this range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm buying within the flow, ebbs and flow of this 5 waves in effect. So how I lay down my waves is intricately related to how I set up my ladders even. And you don't even have to first count this and then set up your wave. No, that's not what I'm saying you should do. Just by the nature of looking for local resistance and support zones, will have you outline the min-max encompassment of a 5-wave cycle impulse. So I hope that makes sense to you. If you have any further questions, please let me know. And if it's still confusing, I'll set up another tutorial with multiple examples. But that won't be coming until probably in a week or so with the holidays. I have had now a good number of coaching sessions with multiple people. And these are not the top 5 upvoter sessions. These are fee for service. Now, my rates are very reasonable, and I don't make my money out of coaching. No. For me, there are a lot better ways to make money than coaching. But for anyone who is interested, if you want to have some multiple sessions of coaching, please let me know, and I'll be happy to see if I can arrange something maybe next week. It can be a very valuable thing to have with a coach. And in that time frame, we can conduct a Elliott wave technical analysis coaching, how to count, how to recognize chart patterns, how to analyze. We can do portfolio analysis, or we can do Q&A where you can come with a set of cryptos and we can analyze it together. But before doing that, I strongly recommend you purchase the books and start reading it. Get initiated that way. So if that is something that could help you, let me know in the comments. I'll see if I can make some time. And it could be I know that it could be something that could be very effective for you. I've already had a few person making massive profits already with just a few sessions. To be able to do this efficiently and proficiently on your own, solo, can be a very, very valuable skill to have. All right, have a good day, and I'll talk to you later tonight.